What's the number of days people need to start thinking about US tax?
Well, people often use 183 days as a yardstick. But I think it's worth, at this point, just clarifying how, certainly at a federal level, how residency is measured. So the way the federal test for residency is called the substantial presence test. So it takes the number of days that you spend in the current year, and it takes a fraction of the days from the 2 prior calendar years. That's days of presence in the US. So on average, if you spend more than 122 days in the US per calendar year, you could trip over that substantial presence test and be a domestic resident of the US. There are other levers that you could potentially pull. So, for example, if you continue to be a resident in the UK, and most of your personal ties and connections are back in the UK, there's something called the closer connection exception under US domestic law, which gets you back to being treated as though you're a non-resident of the US. If, however, it's not possible to use that particular provision, then, as I mentioned before, there is an agreement between the UK and the US called a double tax treaty, and you could potentially get to a non-resident position through that, providing you meet all the criteria